All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I am
what it is.
Restreaming the channel's content with their permission, and we're just watching along as they're doing the convoy. I do hope that you will share this out. I do want to say hello to Cap Stargate. How are you today? I saw they'd gone live. I decided to go ahead and go live.
Good morning, Raymond. It's been a great drive this morning. We've passed the convoy.
If you would like
now.
to
yesterday we did
join the actual
times,
live
so
stream,
I
went ahead and put the link in the chat or in the description. Excuse me.
Today, it feels like we will. I got a passenger with me today, so I'm not alone today, and we're doing some car-to-car filming and just still doing our thing. So you guys are on the dashboard, and obviously I can't watch the chat, but messages come up. That's why I heard Raymond's say hi.
I hope everybody's hearing everything okay. I'm not sure how you're hearing it.
Dispatch. You listen what? Dispatch. We're listening to dispatch. Is it getting power though? It won't charge while it helps it survive. You have the AA adapter? No. Distance between us and the caravan to buy some time and try to find a group of people on an overpass. It's been cold this morning, but it's now 38 degrees.
I don't know who's been following the convoy, but
quite cold at 17.
Hopefully everybody is keeping up to date on things.
17 with a minus 30 wind chill, it felt like.
I'm going to go ahead and share this out a little bit.
Hoping everybody helps spread the word that WYSIWYG TV is down for a while, and so we're using WYSIWYG TV Shorts channel that I created way back when. And
I'd gone ahead and...
Who's that? Oh, I have to. Yeah, go ahead, Kenny.
I don't want to talk over them too much because I want to hear what they have to say, but since they're not talking right now.
Yeah. So you're in his Discord.
Please feel free to go ahead and send out the chat, send out the link. But also, if you want to go ahead and go over to that stream, go for it, because I did go ahead and put the link in to that stream. As I said previously, I am restreaming with permission. I talked to them yesterday, and in fact, they gave me the link to the new.
Showing that we are,
because they said the regular channel is down.
Okay.
Let me get back to this.
Okay, and then So the channel got taken down off YouTube yesterday afternoon. According to YouTube, it was because of WHO, CDC misinformation, what that is. But it was from my stream on Monday, Wednesday, which was roughly 8 hours long. Strike, but my first official strike. I had gotten a strike in the past for the same exact thing. And I won't go into the specifics of why. I kind of figured out on my own what it was. That was a long time ago, before the CDC and the WHO sort of changed their stance on a lot of things. And so,
I find it
that's
interesting
why it's down. Fight it, because I don't.
They give strikes for quote misinformation, even though there was no information given.
Reported as misinformation by somebody, and they don't, I believe, check. They don't verify it, other than, it's just a computer response. So, but yeah, any help is appreciated. We did figure out a way. That's why we're on the WYSIWYG TV Shorts channel, which was something that I had set up for. We don't want this one, right?
I would appreciate anyone
the WYSIWYG Shorts channel
sending us out.
This is the exit they were talking about on the scene.
And good morning to the lovely Sherry, and good morning, brightest day.
There's only about, they're not stopping, but it seemed like they were going to bunch up before they hit this hill in front of us.
Please feel free to share the stream out. Like I said, I am restreaming this with permission. I do want to support.
But then we're going to take off.
In fact, let me
before they
get to this.
My only thing is we're like 20 minutes out of Albuquerque. I feel like if we stop here and get behind the convoy, we'll be able to make it to the front of Albuquerque.
I wanted to check, make sure it was coming through in as highest quality as possible.
No, not you, Ken.
And I see it's now better.
What we can do is we can stop there, but we're going to have to take off before the convoy gets to us. Because if we get behind the convoy,
right, then we got to catch up.
We will not be able to catch up to the front by Albuquerque.
So what do you want to get by stopping and leaving before them?
Like, if we want to see them all bunched up coming up this hill.
Okay, gotcha. Is that something you'd maybe send the drone down the road and drone up with?
We can do that, but that would have to be like right before the top of this hill.
Okay, so I don't even need an exit. Just pull off someplace where I can find a spot. Yeah, sure can.
And of course,
so it'll be right here.
Nice having people saying hello to each other. It's always good to see.
As soon as this rail ends, I will. All right. I see. Yeah, because this is the crest.
Yep.
Okay. So we have to be able to be ready to go.
For your crew.
So we're gonna park here and do something, but Jeff Mack, I'm in Discord. It's the easiest way. It's the easiest way for me to communicate while I'm driving and on the road. So if there's a moment you want to talk or something, tell Kenny. Sorry, I turned the CB down. Look, I know it rides a Harley, and I can bounce over to your Discord or whatever, and we can chit chat on the phone here, or yeah, whatever. Who's with Chris? A fellow journalist is with me. He's been riding in different trucks the last couple days, and we're on this venture together. But Annalisa, thank you very much for that $50 Venmo. Holy cow. That's awesome. I appreciate you supporting decentralized media. We're out here doing our thing. We're not going to be silenced. And, I appreciate the help. But here, I'm going to turn you around.
And if anyone would like to join the panel, that'd be fine. Right now, I'm just more focused on the on what's going on. And I hope more people come into the chat, because it'd be nice to see that people actually care about the convoy, want to support the convoy.
So I'm sitting in the truck at this point, just he's going to run and jump in, and we're going to take off to get out in front of the convoy so we don't have to pass it. And because we're on the shoulder, we're not gonna, he's shooting long lens photos of them coming what is up the hill to us. So you've got, it's like a downhill grade, and then it comes up again, and we're kind of in a plateau step to an elevation into Albuquerque. So right now the convoy, they are just getting to that overpass, that last overpass.
Awesome.
They're just getting to that last overpass that we went by.
This is day 3, of course.
Hopefully there's a...
And I do hope people are watching over there, because it would be really nice to see that people are, like I said, giving support.
Did you get anything? I got something. Yeah, you got something.
I fully support these streams
it's
talking about the convoy.
We learn what works and what doesn't, and we've got, a lot of days to really work that out. Sometimes it's trial and error, and maybe the sun's not in the right place, maybe the road direction, all of those things to paint a beautiful photo, video.
The more people that we can get out to see this, the better. Right now, there's only about 20 people that have given a thumbs up over there. 21 now.
I don't care if you do that. I'm glad you have
44 people watching over there.
No, because I don't want the door to actually pop up. I don't think it would, but I've seen it happen.
And I'd like to encourage more people to go over there.
When it's not supposed to.
Or if they're going to watch over here, awesome.
All right, so next plan of getting out in front, we are out in front, but where do we want to?
Wow, we're watching the convoy live, people.
Get out and...
I'm amazed at the amount of signal that people are able to get out.
We'll pass the first one.
I mean, granted, they're getting closer into New Mexico. I don't know where they are exactly right now, but it's always good to see.
Does Albuquerque lean blue or red? Or is it like Flagstaff, where it's a pocket of red or a pocket of blue in an all red state? That's a nice high spot right there.
Correct.
The on-ramp yesterday from the gas station had a high berm like this, which made an angle shot.
And yes, I'd like to, people to share this out if you don't mind, please. It'd be most helpful. I'd love to have people on.
Raven gifting 5 subs on Twitch. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And as you can tell, there's our short breaks because of, the signal sometimes doesn't always go through. I'm trying my best to get, keep things as much as possible. I don't know what's going on. Right now, I'm not getting any audio coming through, so I don't know if they did something to the audio or what's going on. But so we're just watching them stream. Going down the highway, we're seeing the convoy. Hopefully, the audio will come back pretty soon. And so hopefully their audio, there it is, their audio is back.
And Bones, who did you say sent some subs? The last one?
Feel free to go over there and give them a
I love it. On Twitch,
subscribe.
Thank you for the sub. I'm going to learn Twitch one way or another. And just for those of you watching Twitch, the only way I know what's happening on Twitch is for someone in the part of the team on the Discord that's in my ear to let me know. I see your comments, but that's all I see from Twitch because of the Prism app and what I'm using to stream to multiple platforms simultaneously. So thank you very much for those subs. And I know,
unfortunately, I know I'm not exactly the commentator that
so much
there are a lot of people over there on YouTube are.
I can't tell you how much I truly appreciate it. Look at the folks up here.
But I don't want to interrupt the ones talking. This is their live stream, and I do have permission to restream it. I just, again, don't want to talk over them.
Right. A little modest. Okay. I agree. Better, but look at all the flags and banners and stuff. People on the side of the hill. Look at them here.
So I'm getting.
That's the biggest crowd I think we've seen today, right?
No.
No? Where? Today?
Yeah.
Earlier? Okay, the cranes.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that there was as many. That was far more impressive. Yeah.
So I'm getting.
Like coming down the hill, you get a good view of the valley without. Okay.
Again, I don't know how legit or how big this meetup will be, but it could be interesting.
All right, so we're going to a potential. And you know the exact exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's
and
the
good morning, low spec Linux laptop.
And if not, we can,
as I've been saying, I am restreaming this with their permission.
Does it look like
because they had to go to their secondary channel?
Or is it something we need to get out?
I do want to encourage anyone to go ahead and subscribe to them as well.
55, so that's 2 months. Yeah, we're at 153. Albuquerque, the film capital of New Mexico. A lot of TV shows. Netflix built their studios here. They were. Yeah. Way to go, God. Thank you guys for finding the channel on YouTube.
That's right, Tiki and Doom, honk honk.
Silenced. Little crowd up on top. This one here.
We got to support the convoy, in my opinion.
Which this is a good sign.
Yeah,
because it
great
means
sign that people are
a
out.
lot of them are going to the big one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So this is one.
And there's more than one convoy that's going on right now, obviously.
So if we come up on 155, we'll be able to see the overpass. If it's not a big crowd, we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
And it's always good to see We're
we will be
watching
getting
this
a little box
as
this.
Yes.
good a quality as
Sure.
it can get
Yeah,
right
definitely.
now. I don't
I think
usually.
they'll just slow naturally for the construction, thinking, hey, we can pace down and show off, and I'd take advantage of it. Being safe, officers.
And thank you, Tiki Doom. What's happening
Yeah.
overseas is to be concerned
We
about.
love you.
But yes, I do care about my own country more. And right now, our freedoms, our liberties are being abandoned.
So here's
And
this
we need to stand up for ourselves.
50, this should be 55.
The best
He's
way
an
to
eagle
do
eye.
this,
Do you see it?
if you
He's
can't be
got it.
involved in
It's so hard to tell.
the convoy
believe I
itself,
do. I think
is
what I see
support
is
those who are
banners.
involved.
Okay.
But
In the next 10 seconds, we have to
there's
make,
a shit ton of banners.
we got to make a decision in the next 10 seconds. Do we
Yeah.
go to the next one or do we stop here?
No, we're stopping here.
Okay,
But
all
see the ramp? They're walking up, and I don't see an exit ramp, but I do see this, and I have this feeling we need to just. Do you want a drone?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna run on top of that thing though.
You can get up it right there.
Okay.
I think the fence is open. Now this is going to put us behind them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll catch up.
Is the fence open? Yeah, there's a break right there.
Yeah. We're on.
Okay. Oh, that's going to work good.
I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for. There's a break in the
I'm
fence.
just assuming we're going to stay here for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okay,
And-
guys, this is gonna get fun. It's gonna get real fun.
This is when I wish I had a direct contact with the people to know what they're going to be doing, know what's going on.
Here, that was my drone.
Out and about. Should have enough of a lead. Should have enough of a lead on them. Look at the crowd that's up there. We're gonna get out. Fence is open here, thankfully, to get out there.
They're headed to D.C., but right now they're going to New Mexico. Yes.
See, there's a few trucks parked out here. This is a pedestrian crossover. We are a couple exits into Albuquerque. Got his drone out too. How you doing today? Great. Biggest crowd we've seen so far. Yeah, please. Everybody share out the stream. Let's try to build this channel back up and get people watching. These are the moments we're looking
Absolutely.
for.
Share,
This
share
was a
out the
rally
stream.
meetup point.
That's why I went ahead and put the link to their channel in the description.
That was promoted. That looks like the large crew that's out here. You see people out on the street.
Please watch
How long you been
here,
out here this morning?
watch over there. The important thing is to watch.
This is not yet.
And you're going to hear a lot of honking. If you haven't watched these streams, you're going to hear a lot of honking today. That's
I don't know that we made up that much time. Oh, doggo.
I would like to see more going on. I had access to other channels that I could just show the convoy itself, but I don't have their permission, so I do have this channel's permission, so I'm going to go ahead and share out them while I can.
Look at the crowd. Hey, everybody. Hi. They're coming. They're not far behind.
They're currently in Arizona. They're going to DC. And look at all these people. This is the Freedom Convoy. It's on the WYSIWG
Sorry, just making sure I didn't move.
TV Shorts channel.
They should be
I
coming.
have their permission to rebroadcast.
Right there. Yeah. We weren't that far ahead of
This
them. We
is
didn't
for
get
the
that much
Freedom
ground.
Convoy.
How you doing?
Hi.
Good morning, everybody.
And as I said, I wrote them yesterday. This is why I know that they're on their backup channel, because they gave me permission to restream it. Now I'm hoping for more people to come on,
that far over.
but I'm hoping that the people who come on here and then leave go over to their channel. That's why I went ahead and put the link to their channel directly in the description. And good morning, Cap Stargate. How is everybody today?
Yep, that's it, guys. That's them coming. That red truck right in front of it is a pickup truck. That's the lead vehicle. Yep. And that's the helicopter that's following them.
And as you can see, there is quite a number of people there on the bridge. That's a pedestrian bridge over the highway.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Do your thing.
These are all people wanting to support
It's hard to say, but it's
the convoy. And while I like to see the convoy itself, and Cap Stargate, I do appreciate that. I didn't even realize you streamed last night. I would have been watching it. That's right, honk honk. As you can tell, there are a number of people who support the convoy. They want to be out there. It's going to be interesting to see the number as the days pass, what happens. Hopefully the idiocy of what we have going on now ends. If we're going to be focused on a war, let's, end the stupidity at home.
So this is the convoy's arrival into Albuquerque. Just coming out. Here's my favorite truck right there, going by. Big shiny silver and black. Convoy's still going by. This is the crowd that was out here.
And it is amazing watching this, all these people out here to support the convoy. Yes, they're in New Mexico. That's correct. Yeah, it is great to see all these people on the pedestrian overpass. It is awesome to see all these people out there to support this convoy, and I hope we see more people both in the stream over there, because I know right now they have about 80 people in the chat because their main channel is down.
How you doing?
And this is their
How
secondary
you been out here
channel.
today?
We barely got here.
You just made it then.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
Just made, yeah,
Excellent
I
time.
got the hill on the side.
Yeah?
And good morning, I love food. Awesome to see you.
How did you
Or
know
good
this was
afternoon, I
happening?
should say. I don't know where you are. It's
We just
afternoon
know.
here.
You just know.
Yeah. One of
Social
my
media.
cousins lives in California.
Yeah.
They said they would be coming through, and then we got some people from Wisconsin. And they were here last night too, and they said
Awesome.
they're going to be coming through this morning.
Why do you support this?
I don't know. I just came from my mom.
You just get to see a bunch of trucks go by.
I'm just here for shits and giggles.
Not for freedom.
Yeah. Well, I'm here for freedom, but
Yeah.
it's just something that keeps people together, you know?
Cool.
Especially like during the pandemic and what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be with people.
Thank you very much.
Why are you here?
I'm following the caravan to DC.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been live streaming the whole way, and so
Right on.
yeah.
See, I already lost my mom. I don't know where she went.
She's out here. She's not gonna leave without you.
And you know, you got a lot of people out there that are watching this convoy, wishing they could go to DC themselves.
Still going. There's our friendly bikers.
That's right. Hey, convoy.
Back in the vehicles now. The tail end is coming up. It'll be the,
Take it to their doorstep!
the 2 4-wheelers with all the flags on the back is the end of the convoy.
And I'm sure they're going to see the convoy growing even more.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's good to see it. All these cars out, all these vehicles out there in this convoy to DC. I think this is more than about making a statement about any one particular thing. We need to support our people. And the biggest way we can do this is to support the convoy. Now, I may reach out to some of the other channels that are showing this and ask if I have their permission to restream their content. This is the one channel that I've reached out to, and they have no problem with it.
Bring all the people down the freeway. Hold off. That's grown since we've been here.
And we're just watching all these cars go by and all the number of people out there supporting this convoy. It is amazing to see. I'm just hoping that the number of people who want to watch, who want to support the convoy continues to grow. Because it's more than one, more than about any one particular thing. But You know, honestly, America was inspired by Canada. What Canada did was the right thing for Canada. And we need to support this convoy.
Remember, if you're paying attention, the donkey, the back end of the caravan is the two vehicles, the two four-wheelers with the 3-4 flags on the back.
And we're watching.
Not seen them yet.
We're watching for that vehicle.
Another bobtail's joining in, it looks like. What's that?
They had horns.
Oh, yeah. It's. I think they left the truck at home and they brought the horns from the truck. They've been following us all the way from California. Yeah. The tail end hasn't even gone by yet. It has not. There's two vehicles with flags off the very back. Those are the last two vehicles in the convoy.
I wonder how long until we see those last two vehicles in the convoy.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long it's going to be. Because we haven't even seen the end, apparently.
I am. Yeah. WYSIWYG TV.
Now, you're not going to see this kind of coverage.
So I'm having a live stream for my shorts. They're also on Facebook and Twitch. If you want to watch, I'm going all the way to this.
Yes,
Tell your friends,
Kronos, Canada inspired the U.S. to do this convoy.
This one and that gray one are the end of the.
God bless Canada.
Oh, look, this. So these are like tag-ons.
Well, maybe people just joining in. But when we started this morning, those were the tail vehicles.
They were.
Yeah. So
Look at the front.
yep. Cross is clear. That I haven't seen before, so they may have just joined up. They may just be doing New Mexico.
Right.
There's been people that will follow the convoy for a short while,
Right.
join in, and then they can't go all the way to DC, but they want to be a part of it. So I think that's what we're seeing. So I'm noticing a lot of new vehicles.
There are, yeah, as we're saying, there are vehicles that are in the convoy that
So
are
far,
just able to be in for a short way.
Oh, does it?
yeah, if it's growing like this, by the time it gets to DC, it should be massive.
They can't make it the whole way to DC, but they go as far as they can.
The biggest crowd we've seen since the New Mexico. Yesterday, there were a couple spots that had, I would say, twice as many people around.
Woodrock.
Well, no, from the west.
No, but going east
Going
now.
this way from our-
We drove.
Oh,
So we drove, and there was more than this. And that's it. Woodrock for here is about 1
I kind of wish they had a way to do this because yesterday we got a late start because it was a delay issue with all the trucks. So everybody that I talked to had been out on the street at every stop for about 8 every morning. So as the stops got further, most people put up 6 hours.
Get the road around the side.
But I'm going home to pray. Yeah, no, there's a name for this ring around the sun. Somebody tell me what it is. See the ring, the halo, it's sort of a rainbow, but I know there's a name for it. Thank you. It's nice talking to you. I forget what it's called. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Yeah, Vicky, we're at exit 1 ball. I think the exit is farther down the road, but we saw the overpass and I saw a hole in the wall. So, I parked my truck down at the end of the ramp and we came through the fence. You just see how traffic's backed up. Thankfully, we were ahead of it, got ahead in just enough time. But traffic is definitely slowed down due to the construction up the road and the slowdown of the caravan, obviously.
Yeah.
And all the fanfare
caravan's
that it's getting.
That's right, Kronos. Government can suck it.
It's just called a halo, right? Okay. I thought there was a more like celestial term for it. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. I guess it's due to the cloud cover, but 22-degree halo. No, it's 30. I think it was 38 on the thermometer in the truck. It's going up. It definitely has warmed up a lot. And it's really nice out right now compared to the 17 that it was this morning. How are you not trying to be a smartass with a name like No More Than You? That's funny. I like it.
Looking at all these people out there, it is so amazing to me. See that they're we'll see when it reaches the end of the convoy.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. How you been faring out here today?
Oh, great, man.
You been waiting long?
About an hour.
Okay, good.
Have been waiting. Been participating.
Yeah.
At least an hour.
How did you know they were going to be out here today?
Well, everybody heard it on the news.
Yeah, I saw the news choppers up here right now. So
And
got online.
some
I googled when will it be coming through Albuquerque, and
people are.
10 o'clock this morning. So here we are.
So they're getting their message out without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Get everybody here, baby. Don't make me throw you in the street, man.
There's a few people that like to flip us off.
Really, I hadn't seen any of that yet. And we've been talking about,
I've seen quite a few, but actually, that's
Really?
yeah, like that.
Does Albuquerque tend to run a little blue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Albuquerque and Santa Fe for sure.
Do you think that has anything to do with this new film community that's coming in the last few years?
With the what?
The film community that's come this way from California? Or
Maybe
was it
maybe a
there
little
prior?
bit. Maybe a little bit. It's Albuquerque has always been that way.
Okay. Sounds like what we saw in Flagstaff.
More
Flagstaff
effective
being a
than
pocket
truckers
of
just
blue
stopped
and a sea
delivering
of
snow
red.
to the DC
yeah.
area. Probably.
Red. I mean, rather, Flagstaff is very blue.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one kind of medium-sized group that was out, and then that was it in Flagstaff.
Who were they?
I would be.
Just families and whatnot, but like this, they had a spot that I stopped, and it was nice to see because we were trying to figure out what to expect.
How big was it in Flagstaff?
Not as big as this.
No?
No. Maybe about a quarter of this. But from what one of the residents was telling us that, it's mostly blue. So nice talking to you. Yeah, that was a train horn, absolutely. Hey everybody.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Morning.
And no matter what people want to spin this, these are Americans for America. That's the whole point. Americans for America.
This is just regular
In fact, I
traffic.
may
At this
add
point,
that-
caravan's gone by. We saw the tail end of it. There's a couple stragglers catching up. People have stopped probably. Quite the freeway flag wave going on. What are you most unhappy with Joe about?
Everything.
Well,
The
we all are
economy. The
everything.
economy. I'm tired of the economy the way it is. I'm tired of the crime. I'm tired of the inflation. I'm tired of everything that has to do with Joe fucking Biden. He could kiss my ass and go back to where he's in a fucking mental home where he belongs. He ruined this country. He's fucked it up in 1 year, man. We want Trump back, man. We were living so good when we had him. And anybody that wants Biden here, well, fuck them too. They could kiss my fucking ass. Straight from this mouth to yours, motherfucker. This country's a mess, and us veterans that fought for this shit, you want to give up democracy? This is a republic. We're founded under one republic, one nation, under one God. Not this bullshit democratic bullshit they're trying to take over.
That's what they seem to be pushing, isn't it?
This is what it is. He's pushing for socialism, which is going to be, our grandkids are going to be in freaking communism by then. So if you keep going this route, I'm glad I'm old. I'm in my 60s. I care, but I'm not going to be be around long enough to see this. But
Your grandkids will.
yeah, they're going to see the effects of what's going on with this administration. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. He didn't even win the election in the first place. He was stolen from him. There's people on the underground that take care of this election results. I think they did this to cover up good and evil.
Are you a long-time Albuquerque resident?
My whole life. 61 years.
What's the biggest change you've seen in Albuquerque? Is it better, worse? What are your thoughts on that?
I guess I would say stagnant.
Stagnant.
We live in a blue state.
Yeah.
So every time we get a Republican-led Senate, House, and governor, our state flourishes, and we're in the red, black. I mean. And now with just the Democrats, all they want to do is spend our money that we work so hard to save, and they want to give it to people that don't want to do a fucking thing in this world, especially in this community. We're just settled with Albuquerque and New Mexico. They're more concerned on giving people freebies to keep them on their side than to let them go to work and try to make us money. We work hard so they don't have to. But I look like a scrubbing bubble. Yeah, that's what it is.
How do we get people to recognize that?
Well, I just want them to open up their eyes, because in about 20, 30 days, they're going to really open their eyes when we don't have nothing on the shelves. We have paying $6 a gallon for gas, and the crime is just going to be people taking away from other people. And then they're going to be, oh shit, what do we do? You know?
What are the indicators that make you feel that
it's already coming this way? Have you gone to the stores? Shelves are almost empty.
Bad here.
These truckers are working to keep us supplied. And once they go on strike, we're fucked.
Shut them down.
We're screwed. No, they can't shut them down. Right. Most of these truckers are independents.
People
They got a good little savings put aside.
Yeah.
We're not going to have no food or gas here pretty soon, so be prepared. Be prepared. These people
I would agree. Be prepared.
Think they're idiots from years ago.
If you're not already, be prepared.
People trying to open people's eyes about it and show what's going on. I don't have to go far to go to my grocery store to see that, things don't look the same as they used to be.
Yeah, nothing is the same.
Hopefully people are awake enough to recognize what
there's no unity except in the Republican Party. We're trying to unite and keep this country afloat and make sure that everybody knows that this is America. It's founded on people that are on the backs of Americans, on the veterans. All the veterans had to fight to keep our freedom towards that. And now we're going into this Ukraine situation. We just got us out of Afghanistan, which is a crucial move, bad move. Left a lot of our friends and allies there.
But let's make sure we get it right. We're not upset about pulling out of Afghanistan.
No,
we're upset about how we pulled out.
Right.
I don't know anybody that wanted to stay in Afghanistan.
We needed to pull out of Afghanistan, but we needed to make sure that all our people and everybody who wanted to get out of there, get out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the reports when the people were hanging on the airplanes trying to hold on to get out of there. But, it's kind of sad, but
very sad.
It is. And this whole country, it's shot.
Here's a question for you. What if Joe did what Trump wanted to do, was pull out of Afghanistan? What if Joe had done it in the right way got everybody out, and then said goodbye, and whatever happened, do you think people would have been satisfied with that? Because that seems to be the only gripe about the process of how it was done.
I agree on the process
Right?
of how it was done.
Maybe
but
something we
you're
could
right.
give Joe credit for.
to give Joe credit, combed his hair well today. It's about the only thing he knows how to hold is his freaking comb in his hand because he's useless, man.
His ice cream cone as well, yeah.
Yeah. He's just I don't know, and he's not really running the show.
Oh no,
Harris-
we've seen that.
Harris
Definitely.
don't even know what the hell's going on with immigration, and she's in charge of immigration.
Well, they don't want to change it. They don't want to fix
Well,
it.
they don't want to fix it because they want more of these people that depend on them. All the freebies that go back to freebies. You come in, we'll give you a place to live, we'll give you a check, we'll set you up with a job. Wait, why can't you do that for Americans?
Right.
Why you have to bring people from other countries and give them everything that the American people are entitled to as Americans? That's not fair to give people our blood, sweat, and tears and throw us in the gutter like that. No, that's not right, man.
Sounds like you're ready for some political office here in Albuquerque.
No, my dad was in politics, and he's long gone. But this is
Maybe do it for your grandkids.
This is ridiculous, man. It's
You got a good head on your shoulders. Control the cursing a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I just wise me up, man.
I bet you a whole lot of people. I'm behind you. And I'm
Yeah, it's just there's just too much corruption right now.
There is.
There's no unity.
But that's how you get rid of it. Is you get somebody in there who's willing to stand up for the people.
I remember the last guy was Bush.
Yeah.
The younger Bush, when he won, there was a discord, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't until the 2001, and then when Biden came in, they didn't do nothing. Biden and him to do anything. And Biden and Obama, they haven't done nothing for the black community, and they're their highest supporters. That's why they're in there. Even I know a lot of black friends that they're tired of this.
Yeah,
they just don't want to. They're tired of the lies.
Justin
man.
says you truly care about American issues.
I care truly about American issues. As a patriot and a veteran, I want this country to flourish. I want it to be where,
it's good to see
where it was at least 3 years ago, man. You know, fuck you.
There's our first. They said you're number one.
You're number one.
Thanks. Yeah,
That's
I
right.
told them
You're
they're
number one.
too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service.
Right,
it's been a blast chatting.
It's good to see this going on.
No,
It really is.
Passion is where it's at.
It's in my heart, brother. I just want us all to be united, all of us to be as one, and everything to flourish to where it was.
Yeah.
This is too much animosity, and I don't think it's going to get us anywhere closer other than a civil unrest, man.
Yeah. All right, see you, bud. Take care. Oh, hey, I'm watching the interview. Yeah. I'm on WYSIWYG TV, but in there, they shut me down. So, in there, it's a link to the WYSIWYG TV Shorts channel. Cool. I'm going to get over there. I want to see it. Cool, bud. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. See ya. Be safe. Yeah, that was fun time. You know, people are passionate. They're out here for a reason. That's the news crew in the Armada. That's the closest I've been to a freeway doing an interview. The bird, that's too bad. Fascinating, man. You never know what the day is going to bring. Oh, Heather, the goat people. I love it. For those of you, that day one stream is Lotto. They yanked it, misinformation, blah, blah, blah. But Heather and her husband were out with their goat, and I saw the goat, and they came and talked to us at the window yesterday. For those of you who are watching live, thanks for saying hi, Heather. Hope, obviously, I'm all safe, doing good. Thank you for watching. Man, we're just getting started. It's not even, is it noon yet? Not even noon yet. Look at how much fun we're having. Bill, we did not show up on your feed today, probably because, you know, we're on a different channel. We're on WYSIWYG TV Shorts because we got shut down yesterday. So that's why you didn't see that. But
That's
glad
right.
you
That's
found
a
us.
beard.
Help spread the word.
You're absolutely right.
Help
we've
spread the
got
word
us-
to everybody can. You know, obviously because all the subscribers go over to WYSIWYG. We're trying to let everybody know where we're at. So I'm going to put you back in the window and take care of a little water check on the side of the road here, and I'll be back with you shortly. Really exciting stuff. Really exciting stuff. Studio, are you guys still in my ear?
Yeah.
Sorry for the up the nose shot. Oh, okay. Real quiet there for a minute. Yeah.
Not sure who we're listening to, but
I did that last night. Yeah. Yeah, somebody reminded me that we needed to do that. So
and you'll notice it is a little quiet now. Nobody's talking at the moment.
okay. You are the shit. The hard part's gonna be getting back on the road and getting out in front again.
I'd agree. The hard part will be getting back on the road.
That would help cut us off through Albuquerque. Since they're moving so slow.
So I'm not sure how they're going to get back on, but I guess we'll watch and find out.
To get back up to it, it's going to be a challenge. So I'm just looking for a way to. Oh, the truck is muddy.
Wow, this is amazing to watch. There's a lot of traffic out there. A lot of people are supporting this.
I'll find it. There it is.
I am looking forward to more people supporting this. I'll move this.
Did you get some good stuff? Good, decent, just, you know, you will stuff.
Hey, right, they don't give a damn. They just come on.
Okay.
And Colonels will be right back. Cap Stargate's going to get lunch. I may figure out something for lunch myself.
And here, put this. Will this block the sun in the window? If I stay next to a truck, you do, right? Yeah. Should probably throw on a seatbelt. Go you. All right, we're off. Anybody free to tell me what's going on in chat? I'll play along while I have a sip of coffee. What's that?
Let's keep this convoy going. That's
know,
what the most important thing is. Let's keep everything going.
Wow, Bill Baker. That's a
great question. I truly hope it doesn't come to that. I don't think, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of experience with that. For me, having friends from Croatia and hearing about them fighting and the war they had there, which would, to me, sort of equate to about the same thing. And to be in the small towns and see the bullet holes in the buildings and see the bunkers and the hillsides and whatnot, you know, years later, that have been left there as a reminder. It's a horrible thought. And just to look back in history, and you know, lots changed since the Civil War. And man, I don't know how we.
Good afternoon, Anna Derivative Joe. Yes, I am restreaming
and I feel like the solutions
convoy
that people in power have to
on the
their strength
with the permission, of course.
And
this is
WY people rather than
SI
W the interest that
W
they clearly seem to be serving.
I hate this touchscreen thing.
And I think that could be the biggest
WYSIWYG Tv Shorts. And it's the convoy, that's right.
People are getting fed up.
That's right, people are getting fed up.
They're reaching the end of their limits and the patience.
And right now they're trying to catch up to the convoy because they were filming it from behind.
Anna, I fully agree with you. And as people from the left realize how true that is and come to the reality of what happened, they will begin to see the powers that were working without a doubt.
Yes, they are heading through Albuquerque. That's right.
I don't know if there's...
I'm sorry, I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Any way to tell if...
WYSIWYG?
Any way to tell
WYSIWYG?
where the...
Sorry.
Where the front of the convoy
I don't know,
be.
Andrew Jill. WYSIWYG? Cool.
No, I'm just wondering if anybody's streaming or if there's any way to tell where the front of the convoy might be.
And I would love to see other streams. I'd love to be able to reach out to them and see about showing them as on here as well.
Yeah.
WYSIWYG?
What mile marker is he at when you see it? Or anything?
WYSIWYG?
Okay. I didn't feel like I stayed on the side of the freeway
and
30 minutes.
Good afternoon, like 6. How are you?
But I could be wrong.
And we are going to get little breaks here and there because of the coverage.
There's the helicopter.
There is going to be certain
it looks like
internet breaks because obviously they're using service.
That could be a strong indicator. Another bridge with people on it. They've decorated. That's cool. More decorations.
One of the things is there are a lot of people that aren't getting this because of the they're on their secondary channel. And they're having 120 people watching now versus what would normally be on there several hundred. I reached out to them yesterday. WYSIWYG.
Bones,
Okay.
you know what I should do?
Thank you.
I wonder if I picked up a prepaid cellular phone and put Google tracking on it. And I talked to the lead vehicle about leaving the phone in their vehicle. If he knew it was just me wanting to know where the convoy was.
No, it's actually the convoy. They're trying to catch. Right now, they're catching up to the convoy. They were in it, and they are recording it. Their journey to DC.
Because I was thinking about the easiest way to get a tracker, and then I was like, that's probably the simplest. Oh, so I'm at 162. So they're 27 miles ahead. No, 17, 89. I'm at 62, 89. Yeah, that's 27. Wow, look at all the people up here. Yeah, they're.
It's going to be much like the Canadian event.
Oh yeah,
they're going to
good. A lot of people on the side of the road here, holy
peacefully
cow.
Demonstrating.
There's even, I would say, look at this. There's even more people on the side. Look at the crowd. This is definitely a bigger crowd. I would say by double where we just left. Albuquerque is showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, they are catching back up. That's right.
That's pretty accurate. So, if this is any indication of what we're going to see in the cities, imagine being in a red city, what we're going to see. I bet you it's huge as we head east. That's just my prediction. Really sad bunch of tents over on the side of the road over there. More tents over there.
You're going to see a lot more people out. A lot more people out.
Wow, we got some catching up to do.
Only 17 miles. It's not that big a catch up. Should be able to do that in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Even with the traffic being slowed down.
Well, all right, where's everybody watching from, and what kind of turnout do you think we'll see in your area off the 40, off the route that we're taking to DC? You think they're going to turn out better? Tell us where you're at, what state you're in, share, and let's see what the consensus is. Because I think as we head east, it's going to get bigger and bigger turnout. Everything so far has surprised me from my expectation or what I thought might be.
That's right.
But Jared's from Albuquerque. Jared, were you out hanging out on a bridge today?
The mandates do need to be dropped everywhere.
God, I got a message from somebody that I put up in general. Did you see it? In the Discord? What's awaiting us in what?
Please, guys, share out the stream. Share out the either this stream itself or the stream that we're restreaming. Please. The more people we have, the better. Yep, and Kronos is in New York State. I'm in Missouri, not on the Interstate 40.
Is there a tram in Albuquerque? Maybe Jason can tell us. Why is it called Tramway? Is there a mountain tram or something that I not seeing?
And 6 is saying, I'm glad I don't live there. What a clusterfuck of a mess.
Are they using tram
that's going to
in
be
a different
oh, absolutely going to be
context?
It's going to be a mess. There's no doubt about that. And there are going to be shortages. There are going to be places that, you know.
I know what you're up to. And it seems to be working. CB?
Actually, 6 Americans are known for peaceful protests. Not everyone, but there are a lot of Americans who are very peaceful. They're willing to just say, okay,
try it.
We'll try it the peaceful way.
And
but they're not going to be rolled over either. We've taken enough of this shit.
As it did yesterday.
2 years. 2 years is
Whether
too
that
long.
Had everything to do with traffic, what those factors might have been, I don't, you know. But when you see the flags on the vehicles, you get all the indicators of they're with the convoy, you know. You know, the size of the convoy, I believe, is going to fluctuate based on the area, and not everybody can go to DC. So they'll get in the convoy, and maybe these were Albuquerque people that instead of standing on Thomas Gaskin.
Well, Joe Black, you're welcome to your opinion,
It's going to mess up.
but
Watch the press badge. Don't let it fall down.
I don't share it.
So the downside is that diesel, leaving the cap off, it messes with the brain, and it's going to give him a warning. Maybe that sucks. Can't say I've ever done that. You gotta like literally walk by it or get past it on your way into the van.
That's true. Sometimes, not often.
Yeah, the Penske truck is still with us. It's not
usually
going
when their
anywhere.
team loses. Yeah.
What was it? They were making contact with Penske or something over this?
Yeah, the Penske was threatening to end their lease. They did not like the writing or something like that on the back of the truck. And the trailer was actually leased by another company.
Right.
So I guess Penske didn't like them hauling the trailer with stuff written on it.
So Penske didn't like the fact that the truck was being used. Now, when does Penske get to decide what the truckers haul? That just seems absurd to me.
I think the rumor was that those things were the things that were written were considered graffiti, and I don't know if there's they have to keep their trucks in a certain condition.
Well, right. It wasn't on the Penske truck itself. It was on the trailer that was a separate, different lease, you're saying. So, yeah. But another massively packed underpass coming up. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. I like massively packed overpass. Oh, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, because traffic's kind of thin right now. I'm moving as quick as I can, staying within the limitations of the law.
And of course, he's not wanting the speed to catch
We
up.
should catch up fairly quick.
But being as it's open,
Yes,
he should be able to
they
catch
said
up
this
quickly.
morning at the meeting that it's the longest, so they need to go at a quicker pace to make up the miles. So apparently, is it Rusty's, Rudy's, Ralph's truck stop? Reached out to the convoy
Different
organizers
views are
and offered up
welcome.
the truck
Violence
stop
is
as a
never
place, so that's
an
why they're
option.
going there. So,
and if somebody wants to time that Joe guy out, that's fine.
is that at the border? That's Del Rio, Texas. No? Or is it Del Rio, New Mexico? So I thought Del Rio was the border of Texas, but
Exactly. Thank you.
what is the town that the truck stop's in at exit
I welcome
390,
any
369?
viewpoints, even those I don't agree with.
That's the one thing I haven't heard yet. So, okay. Oh, so no, the stop is just short of the Texas border, is what they said this morning in the meeting. I got a helicopter off my left side. Looks like it could be a news chopper.
No, Kronos, you didn't miss a bot. You missed
Hank, who's
somebody who
Steve?
was speaking in violence, and they needed to be
Hello,
timed
Steve.
out for a
Everybody
little bit.
say hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve. Even though Steve isn't on this stream.
Maybe Frank comes from PT News. Oh, gotcha. God steered me in a bad direction on that one, but it's still fun. Hi, Steve.
I doubt Joe wants to wait the 10 minutes, but
Did anybody let
he's welcome to
PT
stay.
News know that we're on a new? Let the eaters know that we're on the Shorts channel. Awesome. I figured you guys did. I put out a tweet. I did not put out an Instagram post.
And hello, Dr. Alex. How are you
failed
this
miserably
evening?
Last night, apparently, on a bunch of.
Yes, we're currently watching the convoy to DC. They're currently in New Mexico.
They left their American flags behind on this one. Yes, it is Russell's. That's the name of it. I just couldn't. Yeah, Russell's truck stop, exit 369.
Oh, I can switch to subscriber only
Glen
easily.
Hill,
Thank you
New
for the suggestion.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Whoa, take me to Glen Hill.
I think I'll do that now.
Okay, I just had an epiphany. Are you ready, studio? Okay, I know you're gonna actually, God, this one's potentially gonna hurt you the most. Next time we do this, we get a Tesla. I don't have to worry about breaking terms of service and all those other things because of autopilot. How's that sound? Yeah, and I don't know where we would find places to recharge. But I do have a friend that drove to New York in her Tesla, and, you know, She was, but I don't think if you're like doing something like this where you're on a time crunch and
All right, now.
yeah, that could be a problem. I'm just thinking.
I am changing it over to subscriber mode.
Oh, really? Maybe I've been there.
Anyone who wants to participate needs to be a subscriber for 1 minute or
I
longer.
remember that now.
As you can tell by
It's
what
got
it
kind
says
of like
in
a
the chat.
50s style interior and lots of Elvis stuff, if I'm remembering that correctly. I knew the name sounded familiar to me. I feel like to be a good kind of gimmick. My favorites are the Iowa 80 truck stop. That place is massive. And I think there's sort of equivalent to that along the 40 as well. I got there too late last time on our trip to DC.
Only
they
those
had,
for
like,
4
a
weeks.
sticker
Wow.
printing shop right there. And I was going to get some stuff made up, but they were closed. It was too late. So it looks like everybody's leaving. I just hit that bridge with all the people you were probably talking about. And I think I now see, well, there's a good bit of traffic ahead of us. I think this truck might have fallen asleep for a second.
We're watching them catch up to the traffic in the convoy. Be good to see him catch up eventually. Colonel says, I used to watch G4 TV 20 years ago. I don't think I've watched G4 TV.
A few stragglers still hanging out up there. Looks like they were from the Mountain Valley Church. Yes, it is. We are going to go through Amarillo. The hard part about that is we are probably not going to be able to stop for a steak at the Big Texan, which is one of my favorite things to do. So, I don't know. Maybe if I pre-order it and do a drive-by and pick it up, I could order like a steak sandwich, and then I wouldn't kill my record or my
honk it now.
What's it called when you tradition. Last time I was there, it was the first day they were open after being shut down for COVID, and I had to eat it outside in the van. And but man, the dog Tucker and I chowed down on that steak. It was delicious.
Oh, I'm sure it was delicious.
That was back pre-January, January 6th, earlier in the year.
Honk.
And don't get me wrong, it's not a gourmet restaurant. You know, it's not 5-star, you know, tomahawk ribeye, but it is an exceptional steak with a great flavor at the Big Texan, and it's just fun. You been there? Huh? Are you a steaky? Are you do you like a good steak?
Oh, I love meat. I love me some meat.
Yeah. It's you know what they're famous for, right? The Big Texan. Their 72-ounce steak. You got an hour to eat the steak, the salad, the bread, and the starch, potato or whatever.
If you can do it, they give it to you for free.
It's free if you do it. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know, it's $100 or something. But guess how long the standing record, how long does it take to eat that meal? What's the record? The fastest person to do it? What do you? Okay, God says 22 minutes. What do you think? Yeah. To eat that entire meal.
I want to say like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're under by a little bit. God's over by probably about the same. The record was like 13 or 14 minutes.
That was a good guess,
forget
Drew.
Exactly what it was. It was set by some famous baseball player. And because I asked the waitress one time, the first time I was there, and she said he had an exceptional style. He took everything and put it all in, like basically rolled it up as a burrito inside the steak and ate it like a burrito and just didn't stop chomping. And he did it in 13, 14 minutes. And that's the standing record for that entire meal. Which I don't know how you can eat anything like that in 13, 14 minutes. But I couldn't even attempt to try it. I could never eat that anything. That I couldn't eat that much food in an hour if I tried. So I don't bother.
Hey, Gap Stargate, what's going on?
It's an impressive cut of meat. And I don't like that they put you up on a special table and they get the clock going behind you. I think they even live stream it. What? No way. Molly Schuler. They're saying Molly Schuler ate that in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. I know, but it was. Who was it prior to that? What's the baseball player's name? No.
Steak, salad, baked potato.
Not that. I didn't.
4 minutes.
I didn't
don't think
recognize
so.
the name when the woman said it. She said he was like a famous baseball player, and I could have it sports figured wrong, but. I just
had lunch,
14 minutes
Subway,
for that much food
sandwich,
sounded impossible.
chips,
4 minutes
and iced
sounds
tea. That sounds
insane.
wonderful.
And that's gristle and everything. Like, you got to be a professional eater, I'm guessing. All right, we dropped a little quarter of a tank of gas. So if we manage to get up ahead of them and we stop, that would be the point at which we'll have to stop and get gas.
We can still go all the way, right? But we could go all the way. Oh, shoot. I thought you said we only use the can
No,
quarter
we
to.
only have unless we drop.
And hello, James Gipe. Somebody who helps
I would say
promote
we
channels.
probably used almost a quarter
Anybody
of a
who
tank
hasn't
just
been to his channel,
parked
he
inside.
absolutely helps promote
Really?
channels.
Yeah, not
Absolutely
quite a
great
quarter of a
guy.
tank, but
I am a supporter of his.
I had filled up
Feel free
not
to
too
join
far before
his
we
streams
stopped.
anytime.
And
He will shout out any
Almost
channel.
full at that point.
You can find
part
some
of the
great
convoy's
channels
at
there on his live
203,
streams
and
as
we're
well.
just now passing 192. So
He is one of the most
we've
caring
cut our distance
and
in half
giving people on
since
YouTube.
we talked about it last. 192, 203. So we're 11 miles. We're 11 miles behind. Look at the dirt bike track over there. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Right now, this semi truck. Oh, he's gonna move over. Thank you.
And
Yes,
as
we
I
have 11
joined
miles
it,
to
Jill,
make
I
up.
wish I could join you on that stream.
Probably have about 47 miles with.
And we're watching this live.
We might have to stop before we catch up with them.
Might.
And I'm going to step away for a moment. quick television break. We'll keep going on the stream.
So I guess that's another good indicator. I'm surprised this didn't pick up the helicopter. Were you hearing stuff from the helicopter?
Usually it doesn't pick up stuff from the helicopter.
Oh. Really? Every time?
Because I don't know.
Huntington Beach.
If you remember the White Lives Matter rally. Was that Huntington Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, so you picked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, because I asked you afterwards. You said you didn't pick it up.
No, I later. No, I do remember hearing the helicopter at Huntington Beach. Because that was the first time I was using close call was there.
So with my close call, it picked it up, but then once it dropped it, it didn't pick it up again.
Right. See, I held on it
when
I got it.
Yeah.
And I know there's different settings for close call and how it handles what it. And I know mine is staying on a frequency as long because every time I pick up one of the towers that's broadcasting like a information signal, it just sticks there, and I've got
like the weather.
Is it weather? Maybe.
Yeah.
We went by two. I don't know that I have my close call set up correctly, but it is picking up, so that's all I'm concerned about. See, my logic, if I set sync, I'm in tune with you. Then I could just drive. You can control it too. Man, it's getting warm. I thought about taking off my hoodie because it's warmed up. Right, it's 49. We might hit the 50s today. Might just hit the 50s. Yeah, that'd be great.
Thank you for everything you do, truckers.
Oh, sorry, I didn't address that. Yeah, I'll have to find time to reach out to Jeff Mack and chat with him in Discord. I've just been distracted with all the other things going on, but
It's a DOT unit.
say that again.
That's a DOT unit.
Okay.
It'll be whatever.
Yeah. I sort of feel a little helpless with the whole YouTube thing, so that's why we're on the other channel, and so WYSIWYG TV is taking a break for a week, and I would like to fight it. We'll do what we can to try to get YouTube to, reverse it, but I've not seen anybody be successful that I know of on the medical misinformation. So I'm not holding my breath. We're just trying to do what we can to move forward. Keep the convoy rolling, as they say, right? So how are we doing there?
Good.
You know what? I will put that on my list of things to do. I will go directly to him and see. Have you talked to the Penske truck driver?
No, I was meaning to do it last night.
Okay. April, thank you. That's the kind of input I absolutely love, because I'm out here for you guys. So you guys help bring those ideas to life, and I am making a mental note, and the team knows, so they'll help remind me. And we'll talk to the for that. How following was for the People's Convoy.org, because I know 1,000, you know, but considering that it's Telegram and there's not really a whole lot of people on Telegram, you know, 100,000 is a lot of Telegram users, in my opinion. But with all the other social media, to me, the truckers have done a great job with social media, but I don't feel like the number of kind of matches up to the support we've been seeing. – 4,700 followers on.
And we keep watching this live.
The People's Convoy.org. Right. I wonder who's doing that on YouTube. Okay. I'm curious. I'll have to look and see if I can figure out who's shooting that for them. Because I feel like they've got like their own press team or their own social media crew, but I haven't inquired into that. But just from like Instagram, I can't remember. It wasn't, but maybe 50,000.
Are we there yet? Don't I wish?
100,000. I don't remember, but I feel like they've gotten the word out. Either way, yeah, there's Russell's right there, car museum.
And we're watching a little skipping here and there. I think the
shut down, and the fact that, you know, this channel was never promoted and I didn't push it on WYSIWYG TV. Can you comment how you found the stream? I'm just dying of curiosity. We met a lady yesterday on the side of the road in the middle of the ranches who said that she searched Convoy in YouTube, and that's how she found the stream. But that was before YouTube shut us down. So this hate truck is pushing hard. Oh, man, I got in the wrong damn lane.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. Texas Hippie Coalition. I wonder what that is. Convoy Live. Awesome. I appreciate that. Letting us know. Cool. That's the first time I've heard of that. Is that a Restreamer? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that would be a good search term. Okay. Yeah.
Make sure that I'm added to that. Somebody unsubscribed from me. They didn't like the fact that I'm showing this. That's fine. be missed, of course, but I'm glad that we have people that are wanting to show up, support the channel, support the convoy. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let's see about the...
I'm sitting in the. Look at that bus. That's cool.
Stop. 369 eastbound, Russell, press stop.
And thank you for
Hang on one
stopping in,
second,
Gab
Kenny. I
Stargate.
lost you
Always
there.
good to
I'm
have
trying
you.
get back. It's trying. It's struggling so hard to connect.
Russell truck stop with a car museum. 369. Go ahead and get it, brother. Y'all be safe on out there. 10-4.
I hear you. No, I can't. I just heard Richmond. What is that?
And we're having a little difficulties in the
Holy
stream.
cow.
It's cool.
S Richmond 1, thank you so much. I appreciate all those bits and subs. That's incredible. Thank you. God, Twitch is just crazy right now. Well,
I am not currently streaming on Twitch, but I normally do.
of course you did. You are the absolute best. Awesome. YouTube is growing. And for those of you who have just joined us, we're behind the caravan because in Albuquerque, we pulled over on the side of the road because we knew of a meetup that was happening. So we got out there and watched that meetup, making our way back to the front of the caravan to find the next sort of spot. But unfortunately, traffic is even harder. So we pulled out so
Signal's
far
going to
behind
be
the caravan this time.
lost here and there because of traffic.
We're having great fun interviewing people, and we had a nice chat there on the side of the freeway, which was strange for me. But yeah, we're making our way back up. We've made up time. I think we're about 5 miles behind. We're 5 miles behind the front of the caravan. So trying to shorten that distance.
Only 5 miles behind. That's cool. They were
we'll
up
find
to
another
like 17 miles behind
overpass
before.
to go see people. We also need to get some gas, so we'll double dip on that, and then we'll catch back up and we'll pass the caravan again. We'll do that, a couple times today on our way to Dos Rios. What was it called now? Not just Doses, or exit 396 or 369 at the Del Rio at the Texas border is where we're staying at Russell's truck stop, which has Russell's Travel Plaza, and I'm gonna try my darndest to let them see if they'll. Museums, and I had so much fun at the thank you, big truck, thank you. I had so much fun at the Corvette Museum that yeah, and I've looked through this car museum before, and if it's the one I remember, it's pretty cool. They got a great bunch of cars. Nice.
And of course, we're watching them catch up to the convoy. This is always fun to watch. I have the link to the actual stream in the channel, the description below. You're more than welcome to go over there if you'd like to join in the conversation over there. But I do have permission to restream this, so if you do go over there, mention that Captain Trek is streaming this as well.
Watchman was who I got a woman yesterday at the Great American Pizza Place thought I was Watchman, and I'm like, no, I'm WYSIWYG.
And we're having a little bit of...
So her and I talked for a bit, but Watchman is definitely helped spread the word of WYSIWYG TV, and hopefully he's letting everybody know that it's the WYSIWYG TV Shorts. And a note to Watchmen, if you've got that live stream from yesterday or from the first, if you were streaming me, take that shit down because Wednesday, our first day, take that down before you get a strike because I've heard rumors that another restreamer was actually mad at me because their channel got a strike because of my content. So
And I'm sorry, keep having issues with connection
to do,
but
I'm going to make all these videos. The lives are going to be private as soon as they're done, just to avoid the potential of that. Unfortunately, it won't let people watch and go back and see anything. But if there's something really important that happens, we'll pull clips out and we'll put them in places that I can't fix what I don't know is a problem. The goalpost on the left changes. What happened? Awesome. Look at that. YouTube is growing exponentially. I'm sorry. Oh, nice. Okay.
And the lovely Sherry, how are you?
We will be back up. WYSIWYG TV will be back up in a week. But for this next week, for everybody to see what's going on with the convoy, we have to had to change to WYSIWYG TV Shorts, and we have other places to go, and it makes me wonder, do we need to have my personal channel promoted in case we get shut down again? Have we learned a lesson that says, so this is the donkey we learned. Trucker speak is the ass, the donkey, the back of the convoy. These are the last two vehicles officially. They're running donkey. So we're at the convoy, and now we're going to try to make
awesome. They're at the convoy now.
But do we need to get people to subscribe to that other channel just in case something happens? I get everybody's asking for Rumble.
I am so glad that everybody's still in this chat. Thank you so much for watching.
Help me set up WYSIWYG TV Rumble. and what it takes to get it live. I am happy as can be to do that. I could not, I could not get that up and running last night. So we are not users of Rumble. I haven't, researched Rumble, but I know everyone's asking, or maybe the same 5 people are asking over and over again. I know it's freedom over there, and if I can stream to Rumble, I think I can stream 4 streams simultaneously, and I certainly have room for that in my app. So the downside is if I can only stream to Rumble and not to Twitch and YouTube and whatnot,
You take care, Dr. Alex.
won't do it. I like how I stream. I like the app that I use to stream. I like the results that I get from the stream, which I think is what you guys like about the stream, is you see the quality, and most of the time the image, the color, everything looks really nice. And I've tried the other streaming apps and they just don't work as well for me. So if it means that I can't use Prism, it's going to be really tough for me to go to Rumble. And as of right now, I didn't see a Rumble option on Prism. But as long as Rumble will let me, for you techies, something's stuck here. As long as Rumble will let me send a direct RTMP feed, I can stream to it from my Prism app as one of my sources. So I just need some help. I can't.
Oh, you're not going to bed. You're just making it up. Okay.
If you love Rumble and you really know how to use it, hit me up. Let's see what we can do to get us on Rumble. I try to be a pleaser.
Why do you lovely peeps twit? Good question, Kronos. Good question.
Coffee.
Speaking of coffee, I'm running low.
Yes, Shanna.
I'll have to
We
make
are
some
going
more.
to be in New Mexico.
I've never been on Rumble
tomorrow.
personally.
Tomorrow we will cross over into Texas after our stop in Del Rio at exit 369 at Russell's Truck Stop is our destination for tonight. Russell's Truck Plaza and Car Museum. Yeah. So I think we're gonna car camp again tonight. Maybe do the trucker lifestyle, just because the closest hotel was like 40 minutes away. So we're gonna go die hard, but we'll they've got showers and stuff there, and so we're gonna get the full trucker experience. Maybe I'll be able to share that with you. Living on the road is kind of interesting thought.
You gonna share the shower with them?
I don't want to shower with the truckers. I think they have.
Yes, coffee is a thing, Kronos. Coffee is a thing.
Cars that are off the side of the shoulder. The trucks are up in the left lane.
Yeah, that dirt is getting all over my windshield.
We're now in and amongst the convoy and just the traffic. This is one of the convoy trucks. Oh, he's got his flashes on. I thought he was hiding his, or trying to flash his turn signal. But I could see up ahead that something happened. It forced some vehicles off the left shoulder. They must have had a little panic brake going on.
Guess we'll see what's going on up ahead.
Right. Yeah, that's good. I sorry that. Say that again. Yes, I can. No. Asking or Amber is asking? Yes. So my Prism app will allow me to stream to 4 platforms simultaneously using what is technically still their beta version of multi-stream. But there's certain platforms like Twitter. I cannot stream to Twitter any longer, which I used to through Periscope. Now that Periscope's gone, I lost Twitter. So right now, there's a list of platforms that they have pre-set up on Prism, and Rumble is not one of them. So my only other option then is through that RTMP feed, and I probably won't get the chat from Rumble if I do that. But at least it would be sending a video signal there. But yeah, it's just a matter of making sure that that happens.
And you're welcome, Low Specs Linux Laptop. Always glad to have you in the chat. Like I said, there's not much going on right now. He's currently catching up and in the convoy. We're going to see what's going on up ahead. Apparently things have been slowed down some.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yes, Twitch is WYSIWYG TV. There's a bunch of fun people over there watching now. Ever since the YouTube channel went down yesterday, the Twitch has really gained followers and subs. We got a truck off the road. Trouble. Look ahead, guys. Look ahead. We got a jam up. Trucks off the side of the road.
Coming to a standstill. Coming to a standstill.
Yeah.
Coming to a standstill.
Not necessarily trucks that are with the convoy. The 2 that went off are just.
Watch out. Coming to a brake check.
And behind us as well.
Right after that bridge.
Behind us as well, the trucks are slowing down. Or.
Woo! Couple close ones.
Yep.
Come on, give us each a little room.
The trucks do not belong in the left lane right now, and that's what's happening. Is the trucks are riding the left lane, the working trucks, but like this convoy truck, I think he might be trying to catch back up to where he would technically belong in the convoy, which is behind the bobtails. He's probably trying to catch up for whatever, he probably had to stop or something. So he's out there in the left lane, but the fact that you can kind of see these guys had to pull off the side because they can't stop as fast. And you got all the roller skates or the four-wheelers in between. And it just definitely creates
And hello, Joe.
Yeah, sorry,
Valdez.
Oh, absolutely. Which doesn't surprise me because everybody is so bunched up and they're not leaving space because the cars in the left lane just want to get past the convoy. But yeah, it I think the trucks are just really impatient. Why do they don't just get in with the convoy? The convoy is actually moving pretty fast.
Oh, I agree. The convoy is moving
cross
fast.
when they need to, or left lane when they need to, and just let the it's a 75-mile-an-hour highway. People don't want to, well, it's not patience as much as they just have places to go.
You gotta keep doing what you're doing. Yep, it was. In fact, I picked up this new truck in January.
5 more miles, Bill Baker. 5 more miles.
I'd be following right along with you.
God tells me that that's the standard answer for when the kids ask, "Are we there yet?" Just say 5 more miles.
Convoy. That's right. Convoy.
We got probably, I would say, when do we hit a time zone shift? Texas? We go.
And we are going to get
Central
an
Time Zone?
occasional little glitch here and there.
No, we stayed mountain for a while until we hit the Mississippi, don't we?
No.
Yeah, I'm curious because, as of right now, it's 1 o'clock. Well, it's 20 to 1 on my clock right now. Sunset probably is around 6:30 again tonight. And shoot, I don't even have navigation. Texas is central. So maybe when we cross the border from New Mexico, it'll shift. So if we stay on time zone, 6:30, I bet you we're not there by 6:30 unless we, run ahead. Like I did last night, maybe make it by 6:30. It's right exit 230. We have to go to 369. So that's 139 miles to go. That's 2 hours of driving, but
Gas.
Yep, we need gas, and so it'll be. I think the way the convoy's been moving, they'll be lucky if they're there by 6:30. They are moving faster today, but we'll see. It's been really hard to predict.
And the one is
Oklahoma City, we stopped the night before in Elk Ridge, is it? Elk City, and then the next day we travel through Oklahoma City. So I think we land in Elk City on Saturday. Yeah. Right. Oh, somebody lost a flag. Yeah. And then we have a full day of hanging out in Indianapolis when we get there. I'm curious as to why. What's going on? What's planned?
all right.
Unless you want some Indian tchotchkes. That would be a good place for Indian tchotchkes.
Well, hopefully they have some real stuff too.
Say that again.
Hopefully they have some real stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Longest ride I ever did was London.
Want to stop there and forget trying to get ahead.
And then back again, but at least I got to stop and rest in the middle near Frankfurt. Cool.
We're stopping for gas. Guy stuff. They sell guy stuff. And Derek. Chilled Out Gaming, could you elaborate on your, like what races are you reporting? I'm curious.
Did you see the racist I did with the interview with earlier in this stream? The gentleman on the side of this is it here? There's nothing here. So it's over there.
The other side.
So it's left. Did you see that racist interview that I did earlier today with the gentleman on the side of the freeway?
Okay.
Morning, racist. To be racist.
And here we go. He's stopping for
Oh yeah, it's good. I've been here before.
fuel stop.
I think last time I was here, I got Tucker some ice cream.
I love me some tourist traps.
Oh yeah, that'd be fancy. Oh, that was for food. We did that. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Alex. You know that there are a lot of Americans who don't understand kilometers. Well, when you're talking about the
We're here.
more lived-in areas of Arizona, it's going to be a little different. What is a miles? Google it. And they're here getting gas now.
Gas is getting cheaper. It's $3.99 a gallon.
$3.99 a gallon. I remember when that sounded like just say a lot more than should be paid. I still remember a time where it was under $1 a gallon. But yeah, even $2 a gallon was overpriced. Now $3.99 seems like not such a bad price anymore. The convoy is traveling to Washington, D.C. It started, you've got people who started all over the country, all the way in California, others who joined up in New Mexico and other places as well. So there are going to be people that are going all the way. There are going to be people that are going part of the way. Some people will be joining in as the convoy gets to them. And of course, after this guy gets, fueled up and everything, he's going to need to get caught back up to where the convoy's at. Don Meyer said, lowest I paid 79 cents in high school. I believe 89 cents, I remember. 89.9. So, yeah. And as you can tell, they're just fueling up. Convoy. Let's see here, Dr. Alex says, I had a 91 Trans Am converted to LPG. It was a lot cheaper to run.
The thing you're not supposed to do in California, and topped it off. Yeah.
Beep, beep. That's
Just
right.
so you guys know, I'm not operating my phone. My phone is just locked on the dashboard. I have people in my ear reading the comments to me. And I also have a passenger in the vehicle who is helping to operate the phone if needed. But that's why it's just pointing out the windshield. It's not against terms of service. There's plenty of YouTube channels. What's our favorite U-turn guy? Sheriff Bob, who live streams constantly while driving in his police cruiser. So get wrecked. Let's just eliminate that person because trolls are not welcome. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted the audience to know that we don't put up with trolls. You can take the nonsense someplace else. This is a place about seeing what's going on, seeing the truth, following this caravan, and showing you exactly what we see. So you're not forced to be here. If you don't like it, you don't need to report it. You don't need to do anything. You need to just go somewhere else. Because we can tell the haters when they show up, and we give you a chance for civil discourse. And it's not censoring your speech. It's that you can't handle debate and discussion, and you're not going to be tolerated here if you can. If you want to come in here and challenge ideas, the people that follow WYSIWYG TV, the ride or dies that are here, they'll debate you all day long, and they do it with courtesy and respect. And that's all I ask. So trolls are not welcome.
That would be nice if we could harness that power, Dr. Alex.
All
Would be
of you on
wonderful.
YouTube that are subscribing to the new channel, thank you so much. Thank you for getting the word out. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for giving the thumbs up on the feed. Thank you for commenting so that the algorithm goes up. And, you know, WYSIWYG, because people want to know about what's going on. They want to see this caravan, and that's what that was showing us. And we thank you for that. The whole team is working really hard to make this happen. And, you know, you become Team WYSIWYG by being a part of what's happening in history and, you know, decentralized news. So if any of you can do anything about the people who drive slower than the speed limit in the left lane, I appreciate that as well. So, yep. And we love when chat calls out the trolls. You know, there's a great bunch of mods that are doing their thing, and, you know, they're pretty darn reasonable people, but we don't put up with garbage. And garbage comes in, garbage goes out fast. You're only given so much of an opportunity to prove you're not trash. So, you know, I shouldn't have to say we don't, you know, allow racism and all this other nonsense. I don't have to tell people that, and I don't have to announce that constantly. But, you know, that's the difference between the left and the right. It's just an unspoken truth that real people don't put up with the nonsense. We don't need to announce it to everybody that that's, you know, how we handle things. So the most racist people I've seen are the people that yell racism about everyone else. So
it is so good to see this.
Love, happiness, spread joy. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you all for joining. It looks like a lot of the folks that were watching yesterday are coming back to the new channel after we got shut down on WYSIWYG TV yesterday. We just stopped for gas. There's some knucklehead up there in a car of all things, slowing down this truck, slowing down everybody. Not going the speed limit. Speed limit, we're going 60. Speed limit 75. And we're catching back up to the convoy. We'll do that pretty quick. What's that? It's probably Oreo. Where is he anyway? So, for those of you who are new and don't know everything that's going on, I'll give you the quick rundown about how WYSIWYG operates and what we do. First and foremost, I have in my ear a group of people on Discord who are monitoring and watching other streams, give me the position of the convoy, whatever, you know, news they see come out, so that, you know, we can kind of stay up to date on what's going on, and be as effective as possible. So, you know, when I'm driving, they're reading, you know, the chat messages that you guys send, because obviously I can't be watching my phone. I'm driving and doing that. So they're doing that. There's a lot of things going on in my ear while I'm talking to you. They're talking to me, and then watching the other streamers. So like streamers like Oreo Express is out. Anybody who has a live stream, they'll monitor those, and you know, it works all the way around as a community of streamers. Everybody does it a little differently. I found what works for me and us and what makes us effective, so we can help you guys understand. So, like right now, who can tell me in my ear what exit they're at on the convoy? Any idea? Okay. So apparently Oreo just got off at a rest area. I haven't seen the sign for the rest area, so I'm guessing I'm going to see that shortly. He was at the back of the convoy. We had caught up and gotten into sort of the middle of the convoy when we decided that where I was on gas wasn't going to be enough to get ahead of the convoy to get up to see people on the overpasses. So we opted to get a quick fuel stop. We did NASCAR, and we're off again. And because the speed limit is higher than what the convoy is moving at, we can easily make up that time. We were behind 25 miles after our last stop in Albuquerque to see the supporters on the bridge there. We had gotten it down to about 5 miles to the front of the convoy when we left. So I would easily say the convoy is a couple of miles or more long based on what we saw.
At least.
How long it took. See, that's that tower over there coming across. But we got the CB going. We got the scanner working close call. Yes, 2 days ago we were here in the helicopter overhead following the convoy. This is the person who refuses to get in the left lane, so we'll pass them. They're oblivious to anybody else in this world. You know, be courteous to others and not act like you're the only person on the road. Doesn't mean you can't move quick. It just means you got to recognize other people. That's what we're doing. So you got a little first-person view out the windshield of the truck. The co-pilot's awake, so
They will be doing a slow roll through exit 329, which is about 1 hour and a half away.
okay. Slow roll through exit 329. Coming out on social media.
Want to catch that?
So, who's had enough navigation today?
And we're just watching along as they do this.
40 miles before the finish line, they're going to slow roll exit 329, whatever's there. So we want to be.
And I've been going about 2 hours, 20 minutes so far. It's always good to watch this convoy.
And so first we got Pep's convoy. We're at 2 something now. I'm glad we stopped for gas.
That might be one where I stick my head on the top.
Absolutely. Versus being in the crowd.
We can still be in front of them.
Okay. So, plan of action then. Depending on where we're at mile marker wise, if we have enough time for a stop, we can take a stop, but we need to get out again, sort of behind the trucks in front of the rest so we have time to catch up. Because as long as I get out, what I learned yesterday, as long as I get out behind the trucks on an on-ramp, I can get in front of them pretty quick.
Okay.
If we get so far to the back, that, it becomes exponentially harder.
Which would usually only happen.
Correct. Yesterday, I never pulled out at the back end of the convoy. I always, and it worked.
And we're watching along as
But
this.
depending on where we are,
There's a few little
when we pass them now, we'll determine whether we can do it twice or
glitches here and there.
329. I think our goal would be get in front of the lead vehicle and just slow down so that we're in a position at 329, almost in front of the lead vehicle for you to be up out the windshield or at the sunroof.
Yeah, it might even be nice if you could just be in front of the lead vehicle, like maybe 50 feet ahead, 100 feet ahead. I don't know how far that is, but just maintain their speed for a bit. I don't know.
We just got an amazing offer for homemade pizza. Where? In Bridgers? In Virginia. Okay, I have no idea do you have any idea if we go anywhere near that? That sounds like a lovely offer. And I am the first one to I love hanging out with everybody watching, and if we can make it happen, you betcha.
I'd love homemade pizza, absolutely. And of course, we're having a little glitch
so we know
here
how
and
to
there.
get a hold of you. If we're going to be that way, the gang would probably love that, without a doubt. Or maybe after everything's over, we come down through Virginia. But yeah, that'd be great. Thank you for that offer. I appreciate it.
Let me go in and make me some coffee. I procrastinated enough.
Yeah, depending on where they start.
We're watching these. We're watching this convoy go along. Watching them.
As we get close to 329,
please feel free to go on over to their
you could double
channel.
Get the forward.
I do have the link in the description.
You can hold it so long and get past them, and then tuck right in front, and you can do 360 up there.
Freedom Convoy, keep going.
anything that way.
And unfortunately, it seems I've lost audio. But we'll find out soon what happens. Fortunately, I'm sure we'll get audio back any moment now. Probably aren't aware that the audio is out at this point. So we're just watching along. Not sure how long it's going to be. Hopefully they know that their audio is out. And as we watch along, go ahead and if you'd like to, you can go on over. There it is. We got audio back finally.
For anybody where we mute up the audio, it's not nefarious. There's just certain things that we don't know if we should say on the live stream for whatever reason. You know, we don't want to spread false information. You know,
me make coffee.
That's all. It's not nefarious. It's not trying to hide anything. It is merely that, you know, with live camera, the options are I end the stream, or
set it up.
If that falls down in the door, I'm going to be so mad. Ugh, you're freaking me out with that.
You shouldn't have said that.
I know. He's got my press card in the window, acting as a flag, a cutter for the shape. That's my fear, is that it's going to slide down inside the door, which I don't want to have to dig it out, which would obviously mean tearing it. So he's over here messing with me, like sticking it down as low as he can. I'm easy to, yeah. So the option is I end the stream, or we mooch out for a minute. You know, there's nothing. You know, which reminds me, I turned the CB radio back up.
All right, and I'm going to be pouring the coffee, pouring the water for the coffee.
They've been pretty quiet today, I think. I haven't heard all that much. They were singing this morning, and
we have been farther away from them.
Yeah, but we're surrounded by trucks. Nobody's talking. Thank you. I've had a very successful record for, well, I'm 50 years old. I've been driving since I was 15. So you do the math. I've learned a lot driving over the years, and I've driven a lot of miles. I'm not a professional driver, but I've been, knock on wood, pretty successful at staying out of trouble. So. And in another life, I was a race car driver.
Another life, he's a race car driver. I like that one.
And by the way, I don't text and drive. I use hands-free. You know, lead by example, Kelly.
See here.
Man.
And we're still watching along
Just
as we
can't win.
watch these What's the convoy?
By the way, trucks don't like it when you pass them on the right, but at the same time, if they never move right, you have no choice. They can't accelerate the way cars do. It's a good-looking race. They can't accelerate the way cars do. They also can't stop the way cars do. That's why earlier in the stream you saw the two trucks use the emergency lane to get around. And by the way, I'm not speeding. I'm actually going the speed limit now. But again, we've got because the trucks want to block the lanes. Trucks also do not like to hit their brakes.
Huh, no.
I don't know if it's a game they play, and this is I want to get the true story from a truck driver to understand. My gut tells me it's all about fuel economy and, saving kind of every penny of fuel they can, for the amount of miles they drive. It all adds up. You save a little here, you save a little there. It adds up over the long haul. And I can only assume that's why they pass so slow. They got the cruise control set. They wait till the last minute to pull out in front of you in the left lane, going just, 65, whatever. But now this truck can't accelerate around this other truck. They don't do that. So now he's going to parallel him. And there's nothing in front of him. So all he's doing is slowing me down.
And they've actually called on the CB to tell him to move over.
Yeah.
This whole traffic.
Yeah. So here he goes. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm talking more as far as, a lot of heat from the brakes. Yesterday, was it yesterday morning? We had a couple of brake lockups on trailers. First thing in the morning, anybody who was watching, you can see the cloud of rubber smoke from the trailer brakes locking up. They were doing a lot of yo-yoing yesterday, and they talked about that this morning. But beyond just the heating of the brakes, you tap the brakes on the truck, you now have to push the accelerator, which means that you're using more fuel. So, it's kind of like a cruise ship or a freighter. They take that distance to slow down. You try to think ahead. So I kind of understand what the truckers are doing. It makes it tough sometimes, and you have to be really alert as a driver because stuff like that happens with the trucks. And I've got somebody who's apparently trying to go faster. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to tail with me, but we're still within the speed limit here. But there's three of us now. Blue SUV, maybe something fancy, and then looks like a Lincoln Navigator. But we're working our way up to the front, trying to get up to the front of the caravan again. Bones, I don't know. Did you hear 329 exit? They're doing a slow roll past that exit for some reason. So we're trying to be up towards the very front.
And I do want to thank everybody who's continuing to watch. Which is quite entertaining to watch.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yes. Truckers, because they have that communication, can really control traffic. If you've ever driven with, a 2-3 car caravan, you don't even have to communicate. When you change lanes, you do a shift of who leads, and basically the car that takes the lane then allows the other cars, and you can coordinate together and actually make really good time. And so in my ear, somebody's talking about how the truck drivers coordinate basically blocking lanes in order to help maybe clear something, whatever, they're controlling the flow of the traffic in order to create sort of safety barriers as well, as much as they can, and they use that to their benefit. So, what we're seeing and what they may be saying to each other could be on purpose. We don't know exactly because we can hear it. Another overpass with some folks. Yeah, right. And I noticed in the drivers' meetings that the truck drivers aren't driving the way they normally would anyway, because now they're driving for a convoy rather than for delivering a load. They're mutually working for a common goal, other than just trying to be respectful of each truck's needs. Certain trucks can only go so fast. They have limiters on them depending on what the trucking company is, and so that truck will drive at full speed as much as it can because it's only allowed to go 65, 66 miles an hour. Whereas a truck that's an owner-operator, that can just open it up and go, that's like the hot rod truck, and they can do whatever the heck they want. They do 80 miles an hour, no problem.
A lot easier for everybody to turn the keys off. A lot of people can't join you like we'd like to. Yeah, I think you should turn the keys off, but if we're sitting on our doorstep,
Wow. Thank you to everybody watching on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. I'm sorry, say that one more time. All right, well, we definitely try to talk to more drivers. Yesterday's stream, I talked to.
This has been absolutely fun watching along with you all.
Who's driving an older white? Kind of went off the road right there. Man. I always wonder what causes that. Like, is he reaching for something? Is he like? But the owner of a truck company out of California. And he's driving this van, and he's got everybody signing the outside of it. We had a nice chat with him yesterday. But I will definitely work on talking to more truck drivers. And if you've got specific questions you want to get answered from the truck.
And we're watching along. Unfortunately,
put them
there
in the
are going to
chat,
be little
and
breaks here and there.
We'll make a little list, and the team will try to remember those. And maybe we just do like Ask a Trucker segment. Like who was that used to do those? Like ask a specific person, something. But we'll ask a trucker. We'll see what comes. I have tons of questions from truckers, and try not to bombard them. But we'll. Shambot, I believe. Okay. Yeah, this convoy does not plan on occupying DC. And the best I can tell, they're not going to let the trucks into DC. We learned without what was that called? It's not a carne. It's if they don't have a pickup or a delivery scheduled, if they don't have the paperwork, they're not letting them into DC is what we had learned. So I don't believe they plan on going into DC, even though there's one group of truckers that has a permit. That permit is for bodies. It's not for trucks necessarily. Oh, look at all the onions on the side of the road. That's unfortunate. Maybe only a couple of bushels or packs of. Anyway, but yeah, I'm prepared to stay as long as they're, there. Are you prepared to stay that long? Yeah, we're both fully prepared to stay. That's why I asked on, was it yesterday or the day before? How long do people think, this trip's going to last? And we had anywhere from, 14 days down to like, 3 days. But,
I'm wondering how long this is going to last.
3 days meant 3 days in DC or wherever they end up landing. But yeah, we're prepared to stay and show you everything that goes on.
This could be a long haul. There's no telling how long this is going to last. Hopefully,
it becomes Occupy Wall Street and they're there for 2-3 weeks. I don't know, or 2-3 months. I kind of have I feel like I have a line. I'm not sure what that line is. I'll know when I see it. But
and
we still also have to drive home.
Good afternoon, Colonel Sin.
I'm going to make that as much fun as possible. But yeah, we're prepared for the long haul. We may need to find housing other than a hotel because hotels can get expensive. That's my one concern. Stay housing wise, but we might have to find friends or something in the area that we can stay with. We'll see what happens. We're fluid. We're playing it by ear. So we're getting into convoy now. The four-wheelers, the back end of the convoy, the donkey. Oh, awesome! Thank you. Well, I have to see God before I go back to California. In my head, my goal is to see the entire team before I get back to California.
And Cardinal Sin, if you would like to join, I'm going to send you the link to the StreamYard. I can understand. I went ahead and sent that to you on Twitter. I can understand if you're busy and not able to come on, but you'd be more than welcome.
What are you? Okay, we're at exit 273 right now. 273. We've got until 3:29 to get up to the front of the convoy.
And we're just watching along as the convoy is moving along.
Because that's what I'm heading off. So I'm going to cut Kitty Corner off until Washington, D.C.
This is a People's Freedom Convoy, Day 3 in Arizona.
To get to slow down. Mr. U-Haul's not helping us. This guy's pretty cool. I've seen this done. I don't know if he just put that together for this. Jamming on his brakes in the U-Haul. Just get over.
Nothing in front of it.
What? Nothing in front of him. Absolutely nothing. And we're 10 miles an hour below the speed limit. I know that U-Haul is governed at 65.
Down at the 355.
And
that's when keep going.
4 off. That's the word.
So what did you just say about 4?
Hopefully the coffee will be done in just a second. Gotta check that real quick.
I'm guessing they're talking about the slow roll at 329.
They're talking about some 54 or something about 54. That's what I heard.
So maybe there's something else going on. Yeah, 54 as well. So we stopped at 69.
And it looks like the coffee is
He's
done.
trying to drive a U-Haul way too fast. It is a little windy, but he's driving a U-Haul box truck the way it shouldn't be driven. He's driving it like he stole it. Maybe he stole it. I don't know, but he should steal it from the right lane. That's my call. Sometimes you got to do the offensive driving moves. Yeah, trailer 75 miles an hour with the convoy should be in the right lane.
This is something new, though. I haven't seen this.
I have not
Did he
seen
just
this one
join
either.
us?
What's the plate? Maybe he's just joining us out of New Mexico.
It looks like an NM plate.
What?
New Mexico plate?
Yeah.
It's like a New Mexico plate.
Yep, it is New Mexico. So maybe this is a new convoy catcher.
Doesn't know anything about the...
Yep, doesn't know anything. But
All right.
still, common sense.
Getting back into the
2-lane roads, as a rule of thumb, left lane to right is for passing only. Should be. Passing only. There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Oh, okay. All right.
And let's see here.
Yes.
Oh,
He knows. They know each other.
we're just watching along. And yes, for those of you who aren't aware,
This one I told him.
I do have permission to restream this
Yeah.
stream. I asked the owner himself,
Yeah.
who it indicated to me that they were on the backup channel because of
Did you not have that
some
connection?
problems
You didn't know that.
yesterday.
Because had you known that, you would have just told
Good
me.
looking truck, traffic, G. I'm going to see when you went by.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Safe, and we'll see you on
Yeah.
Texas.
I feel you on that one. I know.
Safe.
Right. Well, I know why he asked it. I know why he asked it in that way. So, as you could understand as well. No, not like that. It just just try not to say too much. That's all. Yeah. Small truck, huge cause.
And we've got Cardinal Sin joining us.
California.
Hello there.
With the
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm well, and you?
Doing well, thank you. Let me turn down the volume on that stream just a little bit.
I'm afraid I don't have much to add other than this. When I hosted the Freedom Convoy debate in Canada between the Canadian Spider-Man and Rod Thunderheart, I mentioned that if this moved to the United States and they had one, they might insert some agent provocateurs from the military, the intelligence agencies, police, etc.,
here.
And find caches of weapons like they did in Canada, which was an obvious plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think we're going to have to be prepared for that.
I hope this one goes as smoothly as possible. I'm just afraid, there's going to be violence and maybe gun violence of some kind. And it probably won't be from any of the protesters. It'll probably be from people that want to enact emergency measures like Justin Trudeau did.
Correct.
And I have coffee.
And as do I.
Until Texas with the speed limit.
As do I. Coffee is an absolute must.
I'm glad that you're streaming a little later than normal. This is much more my time. I'm not a morning person.
Well, I streamed at my normal time and actually went over for the most part, and then decided after I talked to the owner of this channel yesterday, and he has absolutely no problem with my restreaming it. In fact, he told me about the changeover to the secondary channel because of some problems he had after yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So, is it the case that we're watching a replay?
It's live.
I guess I misunderstood what you said about the owner of the channel.
Yeah, this is, hold on a second. No, I'd messaged the owner of the main channel, and he indicated he had no problem with my restreaming it. And so then he let me know that he was going to be streaming on his secondary channel because his primary channel got pulled because of, quote, medical misinformation that was stated on a stream on Monday.
Right. Yeah, that's a chance we take as creators. If we know that there are guidelines, however heinous they may be, we know that we have to abide by them, or YouTube will get all gnarly.
Absolutely.
They'll get all gnarly, you know what I mean?
A lot worse linking, as the trickers would say today.
And so how did you moderate this debate between the two sides?
Well, I created the conditions that there would be a 15-minute opening statement for each debater, Rod Thunderheart and Canadian Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Rod Thunderheart won the coin toss, so he went first. And when he was done, I let him know that his time was up, and I went to Canadian Spider-Man for him to do a 15-minute opening remark. And then the next 10 minutes went to Rod Thunderheart to explain, generally what he thought, and then again another 10 minutes to Canadian Spider-Man as a rebuttal or what he thought. Mm-hmm. And then it was a little free form after that, and then I asked people to put in a 1 if they supported the proposition, or a 2 if they rejected the proposition.
Right.
And 3 if they were neutral and didn't know, what was going on. And the reason I did it was because I didn't know what was going on. I wanted to be more knowledgeable about it. So I figured I'll host the debate. And everybody was very well behaved. I mean, among 2 Canadians, that's expected.
True.
And in the end, I think one of my mods said that one person had changed their position from
where they were
against the proposition, for the proposition, and the proposition being supporting the Freedom Convoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to ask a lot of questions about what the Freedom Convoy was, what the goals were, all that kind of thing. And I'm just,
That is not a truck I've seen with us.
I'm just really concerned about what's going to happen with this one when they get to DC on March 1st.
I am concerned as well, yeah.
I don't know if truckers are packing heat or what, but it's a definitely scary situation.
I would agree. It's definitely a scary situation.
I'll be the first person to say that I support freedom of speech rights. They're God-given, inalienable rights, at least to Americans. And I think protests are important. I think civil disobedience is important. I think it's important not to believe everything the government says and spoon feeds us, but to be a critical thinker and, in general, to know what's going on. I think that's the basis of any good democracy, is the voters are well versed in the issues. Unfortunately, the U.S. isn't as good as that at that as they used to be.
No. Well, I think a lot of times, people are basing their limited knowledge on legacy media.
Yeah.
And presuming that they're going to be giving an unbiased story. And unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. There was a time in which you could actually watch the news and get a well-balanced news story.
Walter Cronkite was the most trusted man in America, and what's his name? Morrow. I want to say Rick, but that's not right. Anyway, the guy that always said good night and good luck at the end of his broadcasts, he was also very trustworthy. And then as we got into the CNN age in the 80s, they had to start confabulating stuff to keep people, tense and wanting to know what else was going to happen in the 24-hour news cycle. And it didn't help when George W. Bush implemented the rainbow of terror, where a yellow would be minor terror threat, orange would be a terror threat, red would be a known terror threat, and I think the one over that, I don't remember what color it was there will be an imminent terrorist attack.
Right.
And all the news agencies had that up for his entire presidency after 9/11. And I think it's not really clickbait per se, but it is like a ruling with fear and people that didn't, back in the 80s, kill your television was a big thing.
Right.
And I don't think enough people have done that. I prefer to get my news from international sources and Reuters. Believe it or not, the BBC has a really good news program, the BBC World Service. And I've been checking around other things on YouTube that are from other countries, and France is one, and they have an English language broadcast, etc., etc. And on Into the Fringe last night, my guest was Walter Bosley, who had been an FBI agent and worked for the AFOSI. And I asked him what he thought about this Freedom Convoy, the one in the United States, and what would happen if, while Russia attacked Ukraine and invaded Ukraine, China decided to launch an attack on Taiwan. So anybody that wants to see that, it's the most recent video on the Cardinal Sin channel.
Interestingly enough, that was something that came up during the morning brew.
Really?
Yes.
Because we've gotten to the back of the convoy twice today. This is our second time at the back end of the
Because
convoy,
it would be
and it makes it really hard
a perfect
to
time
entire convoy.
for China to do such a thing.
Yeah.
If the conflict goes full storm. I mean, and the fact that Yosef lives 300 miles away from where bombings are taking place.
Yeah.
I mean, we're, you know, it's one thing to be talking about stuff where we are in relative safety, because there's no bombs going off anywhere near us. Not within thousands of miles of us.
Yeah.
But when you're talking 300 miles away, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but 300 miles away, you're still smelling the napalm.
In front of me right now.
Yeah, and to be honest, you know, the last thing I want, and I think the last thing that a lot of people in Ukraine and Russia want, is a war. And if we do go to war, that's a perfect opportunity, as you said, for China to attack Taiwan. That would make us have to fight on two fronts, and we're not willing to do that, I think.
No.
Never mind that we're involved in 165 police actions around the world.
Not only are we not willing to do it, I don't think we're prepared to do it.
Well, I mean, when Trump sent Congress the budget for the military, they increased it. So there's plenty of money for PSYOPs and boots on the ground operations. The thing is, you know, the National Guard, the United States Army, Marines, Air Force, etc., are not supposed to work on the home, you know, ground.
Right.
The CIA does pretty much whatever they want, and there are certain agencies that I think this falls into their bailiwick a little bit more. But the funny thing is, after 9/11, when everything got rolled into the Department of Homeland Security, it seemed like they were as in the dark as they were when they were separate entities, because they still refused to share information.
Because I'm curious what mile marker that is. They're going to be out there early in the morning. I'm guessing she's probably...
There's been, you know... I can't help but say I'm more than a bit nervous about things.
Yeah. Kansas City is a stop on this Freedom Convoy.
Oh, okay.
I saw a map. In fact, I might still have it.
Okay.
Of the.
If she shoots us a message through WYSIWYG TV.com,
of the map of the Freedom Convoy. Let me see if I do.
I know there are several of the convoys going on right now. They'll be converging in DC.
Mm-hmm. Let me see where it is here.
it becomes sort of about luck, because
Yeah, definitely turn off that radio, please.
Specific, like we knew that the group was meeting at the one in
I can hear him talking on the CB radio.
Yeah,
I've turned the
that's one of the
volume
best
down on
things about being a trucker.
there was so many overpasses.
Well, the problem is when they're using words that are not YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's the risk you take, man.
Absolutely. And of course, they're not, they're used to doing their own thing, and, they're not considering being on YouTube because they're talking like they normally talk.
Sure. And in their defense, they probably have no idea about YouTube rules.
Oh, no.
That kind of thing.
And even those who do, it's like they have little idea about it. It's just they know it's there.
Yeah. Let me just do a search on my computer rather than trying to find it. My fast as hell computer takes its own time searching for stuff, but I do have pretty large hard drives, so we're about halfway through. Ask him if he's got a cab over Pete with a reefer on. You didn't catch that reference?
No, I didn't.
It's from the song Convoy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a big fan of Google.
This here's the rubber duck, and I'm about to put the hammer down. It does actually lend itself very well to a Johnny Cash imitation.
Absolutely.
You want to try 66?
And Jimmy hauling hogs. They even had a bear in the air. I guess trying to create some levity in this situation doesn't do it justice. Hey, I found it.
Cool.
Open file location. Oh, it's in the Freedom Convoy debate. That's why I didn't see it. My computer knew exactly where to put it, and I didn't. So let me share my screen. First, let me put up that map. And I apologize, I did not create this map, but I'm pretty sure it's public domain. So if you don't want it up, I understand.
Oh, it's no problem.
It's all over the internet. Let's see here. Never go full free roll.
So, Route 66.
Route
66 is right here.
Route 66.
Parallel.
Yep.
And hopefully, with no traffic, we'll be able to go the speed limit.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. There you go. So it goes to Salt Lake City, Denver, and to Kansas City on the way to DC.
That is awesome.
Well, I don't know.
There's one that's going along Interstate 40.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks to me like from Denver, they're taking I-70 all the way. But I mean, I don't know if these cities are stops where they're going to have a rally, or if they're just going to gas up or sleep or what. I don't know. But it said that they were going to be driving in the Freedom Convoy from February 28th until, or 25th rather, until March 1st when they'd arrive in D.C. And if they do what they did in Ottawa, where they found a cache of weapons that I'm sure was planted, because Canadians don't do stuff like that. I think they're going to find all kinds of, find in air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to find all kinds of weapons caches, lots of agent provocateur activity, and that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. I have very little doubt about that.
That's what worries me.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
No, certainly not.
I mean, I am all for the freedom of expression. I am all for peaceful protesting.
Yeah. It's a guaranteed right.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people on both sides of the aisle who are not for, everything in the Constitution.
Right.
Because it's not convenient.
But even though the Constitution was written more than 250 years ago, it covers freedom of speech, but I'm not sure that this is a freedom of speech issue, to be honest. I think this has more to do with civil disobedience, which, again, I find just fine. But in civil disobedience demonstrations, which I can speak from experience of, they always have cops there. I remember one of the guys that was in one of the demonstrations that I was at was wearing combat boots, and he had a really close haircut, like a military haircut. And he was totally built, like a brick shipyard, and you wouldn't want to mess with him. But he was taking down names, and there was a helicopter taking photographs of everybody, because the surveillance state hadn't really took hold by that time.
Right.
The internet wasn't what it is today. As a matter of fact, I don't think there was an internet at that point. That's how old and useless I am. But yeah, I'm concerned about what happens when they get there. What's the goal? Are you in touch with the driver of this truck?
I have had limited contact with him. I'm going to be talking to him some more.
When you do, would you please ask him that there was somebody in the chat that wanted to know what the end goal or the final goal of this is?
Of course.
Thanks. I've been getting a little pressure to do another Freedom Convoy debate. This one would be 2-on-2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would degenerate into more of a political discussion than for or against the proposition. And the best I can do is write the rules and make sure that everyone you know, subscribes to those rules.
Right.
And that's why I chose the debate format. Both Canadian Spider-Man and Rod Thunderheart are great friends of mine and of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that there wouldn't be a whole lot of dissonance. They wouldn't agree on some things, but they, as Canadian Spider-Man said, they agree on more than they disagree.
Correct.
And I just wanted to know what some of the nuances were. And
well, I think the other thing is that both of them, even in their disagreement, agree that the other person has the right to believe the way they do.
Sure.
Even though they disagree on their viewpoint. It's like, you're welcome to your point of view. I respect that you have your point of view. I don't share it. I don't agree with it. But you have your right to it.
And you know, the other thing is that Rod Thunderheart is an unemployed Canadian trucker. And he was better able to make a case, I think, than Spidey. And he won the debate by 1 point. So we didn't change a lot of minds, but I did want to inform people about what it meant, the finer, you know, nuance of what was going on. And once they got to Ottawa, like I said, somebody had planted a cache of weapons and stuff into somebody's tent, and God only knows what's going to happen here. I'm really concerned also that Russia's invasion into Ukraine is going to be the perfect opportunity for China to hit Taiwan.
Yep.
And then we're going to be fighting on two fronts and divide and conquer. So that's what scares me.
And, you know, unfortunately, I think that if both of those things happen, you're going to have people here who are going to downplay what's going on as far as the convoy. You know, you need to be serious and get blah, 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 blah. We got other things going on in the world that, you know, other than this stuff.
Well, that's why it's so important for people to understand what the Freedom Convoy in Canada was all about. But the Freedom Convoy in the United States is not the same thing as what the one in Canada was about.
Correct.
I mean, it has similarities, but you know, Americans are a lot more trigger happy than Canadians are, even though per capita they have the same number of guns as the United States.
Which I find funny, because you would think they would be a lot less armed than the United States.
No, they have per capita the same number of weapons, same number of guns. You know, they hunt and fish and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it just wouldn't occur to a Canadian to engage in a mass shooting.
No.
And when I say that, I'm painting with a rather broad brush. But you take my meaning.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, there are going to be people out there that if you have a gun, you're going to, they're going to assume that they have the biggest gun possible, and they've got, 1,000 rounds of ammo ready to go off.
That's a really scary proposition. I will say one thing. I am not for extended magazines.
Nope, I'm against those.
I appreciate everyone's Second Amendment rights, although personally I think the Second Amendment has been perverted from the Constitution, because they're talking about well-regulated militias, not individuals to have guns, but it's baked into the Constitution basically that if we don't like our government or it transforms into something we don't like, we can change it.
Yes.
And it's getting harder and harder to do because of the, behind the scenes corporate meddling that's been going on.
I wonder if they're getting off.
I don't know if we're ever going to get out of the virus, but even if we do, I think we're going to find that
That I wasn't planning on.
they took that opportunity to seize more power.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody took
right.
that opportunity to seize more power.
329 to go through the town. Is that still correct? That's correct. We're going to stop for about an hour over here in Tewksbury. Then head on up to Russell.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary.
You and I talked about won't
No
work.
pun intended.
Off the exit. I'm guessing we should be getting off the exit before that, ideally. What?
And
Yeah,
it's
yes.
I don't know about you. I kind of find it interesting watching the convoy.
We've got
Oh yeah.
15 miles to get ahead of them.
It's just it would be nice to be able to sit down and talk to some of the people who are involved and find out exactly their reasons for doing it. Because obviously you're going to have a varied number of reasons.
Sure. And it's again part of the Constitution. We have a right to redress our grievances, and they don't seem to be listening. So everybody stock up on toilet paper again.
I would stock up on everything again.
Yeah.
Personally. I mean, I'm not advocating for people going ridiculous and being,
Front of the convoy's at 317.
stupid about it, but
Well, I mean,
being
the
cautious
trucks
is
are how we get our food and our toilet paper and all that good stuff.
So,
And
unless this truck,
gas is already over $3 a gallon.
Yep.
I filled my car up yesterday and it was like $60, and it's usually around 35. And it snowed, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm moving from my old place to my new place. Every other day I take a small load over so I don't injure my back. And between that and, my own live streams like last night, and trying to keep track of what's going on with the convoy, I'm kind of burnt to a nub. One thing that I think would be cool is if there were a network of truckers that we could have on the screen, and we could switch from one to another to another to another, or have several up on the screen and ask questions and ask things like, what's the goal? Once you get there, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be really neat. But again, I don't know that truckers think like that. Maybe they do.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of people that are involved in this. Not only just truckers, but you've got individuals that are in these other vehicles that are going.
Right.
They want their
support
their voice
staff.
heard. Yeah.
I found it really interesting that they raised $10 million on GoFundMe for the Canadian truckers. I think it was the Canadian truckers. Maybe it was the American truckers. And because GoFundMe didn't agree with the reason or the Freedom Convoy, they refunded everyone's money and didn't give it to the truckers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you've got all these vehicles following to provide support, food. You know, I guess most truckers have a place to sleep in their truck.
Right.
But the ones that don't, I've heard a lot of people in the Canadian Freedom Convoy offer them a place to stay, home cooked meal, all that kind of stuff. And in Ottawa, you could see a lot of protesters, but they were the most polite people I think I've ever seen. If they ran into someone that disagreed, they didn't get into a fist fight. They just talked it over.
Absolutely.
Which is the way reasonable, civilized people should act.
For hanging out and watching with us. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
And if no one brings a gun to the knife fight, I'm sure that the military or the police will be of service. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
They want to blame everything on the people that support the Freedom Convoy, and I think they're scared that when they get to DC, there's going to be another January 6th of last year insurrection attempt.
Right.
Or someone's just going to open fire with one of those assault rifles that you mentioned with the unlimited magazine capacity.
There's an accident 312.
And it wouldn't come from the trucker's side. It would come from, the
321 right now.
MK Ultra, experiment hypnosis thing, like how they trained Sirhan. When somebody spoke a certain word, he went into action and missed Robert Kennedy entirely. But there were 12 bullets in the room. There were many shooters in that California hotel kitchen. And for years, there were bullet holes in the wall that had the open doorway where people could walk into the kitchen. And eventually they came and put in a new door jamb. But I mean, I just feel sorry for the people that are, brainwashed by the government to do those kinds of things. And, he said that he didn't remember, he was confused, all the typical signs of MK Ultra meddling with the minds of Americans.
Yeah, it's cuts off right there. What about on the other side?
I'm hearing the truckers talking right now, and I'm afraid, unfortunately, I think some of them may have a lofty goal, but I don't know how well it's going to go.
Well, that's why I said, to contact your contact as soon as you can, or as soon as it's convenient for him, so that you could ask him the question, what's your eventual goal? What's the outcome supposed to be?
Yeah.
Because so far, I don't believe that's been made public. Although I'm sure that the president will have all kinds of reservists called up, and jackbooted thugs, and agent provocateurs. That's been the standard operating procedure for decades.
Right.
in the same sort of way that a prosecutor wants to have all wins and no losses on their record.
Of course.
Never mind the people or what actually happened. I'm just reminded of that because Americans love to shoot their guns, and I don't know if there's ever been a mass shooting in Canada. I think there was one recently, but I mean, it's up to like one a day in the U.S., and I'm really concerned about what's going to happen when they reach D.C.
Yeah. I have to admit, I'm concerned.
Are they going to put the trucks around the White House? You know, I don't know.
See, that's why they've already locked down D.C. They're already in the process now. They're not going to be allowing trucks into the D.C. area unless they have orders.
Right.
Unless they're delivering or picking up, they're not allowed in. They have papers that they have to carry. So
it's another protest zone away from where things are actually happening.
Right.
You want to take an earlier exit?
That's such a bunch of bull.
I was hoping for an earlier exit if there was one.
It's only going to be 1 mile up.
Here, we've made a little space for you over here where you can protest all you want, and it's miles away from where people are, you know, looking. So no one's going to hear you or see you. That's SOP in the United States.
To come carry.
Yeah, it is.
To come carry. Do we have any brief historical background on the Tucumcari town?
Unfortunately.
Any tidbits of fun facts? Wow, look at that.
The pleasure's ours, and thank you for the support. Hopefully to see you guys out.
And it looks like Fat Steven Seagal has gone live 11 minutes ago with the live feed over there. So I would like to invite people to go on over to Fat Steven Seagal's stream.
Right on Fat Steven's channel.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, thanks for inviting me on, Captain.
You're more than welcome. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and post the link to Fat Steven's stream right now. Go ahead, do a Captain Truck raid, and thank you all for watching. You have a great day.